Hey guys, it's ARTFX right here, and today we're going to be looking into how you can use a sample or a loop from a sample pack and use that to get ideas for tracks. That's really interesting because you can get so many track ideas down from just sample pack loops. Things that you've never even thought of doing, and you can get those out of there. I'm going to show you how you can do that and how you can make something sounding like this.
There's a spark inside. Spend your money on her, whereas we were. I'm still a bluff, yeah. But I get it, I'm fine. You missed the signs, 'cause you're still blind, yeah. The line, yeah. You're still blind, yeah. You're still the line, yeah. You're still blind, yeah.
So here we are in the project. I'm actually going to be turning everything off right now. So even the vocal. Now the vocal is actually coming from a sample pack as well. I took that from a sample pack. You can see it's in C minor. I think it's C minor. Yeah. So it's C minor, but I'm pitching it up 3 semitones, so that makes it D sharp minor. Now, or E flat minor, I don't know how you want to call it. Doesn't really matter too much. I have the same drums as I had in the previous video. It's really simple, it's just some Vengeance drums. I would probably replace them with other drums, but for this, you know, it sounds good. Let me get that down, I don't know why that is so big. But the thing is, I found this loop, and I'm gonna show you the original of this loop. So I'm gonna show this in browser. You can see it's a Vengeance Essential House 4 loop, and it's actually this loop. Listen. So, right off the bat, what you can hear is that there is some kind of a arpeggiator going on. There's a piano in there, there's some kind of a pad in there, and there's a lead on top of it. So this loop is written in F minor, and it's a chord progression, and that is one of the things that I really love about the loops in Vengeance packs. There's other packs as well that do this, but there are so many packs out there that don't list the key in the file name of the samples. And I mean, sure, you can try and find it out yourself, but when I'm making a track, I don't want to have to go and sit down trying to find the key of something. I just want to be able to put it in a track, see like, oh, it's F minor, I need to pitch it down 2 semitones, or I need to pitch it up 5 semitones to make it work, or to make it in the key of my track, and then you can actually make those things work. But when you just gotta, you know, find out the key first, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. So it's doable, but I like to stay away from those packs. I like the packs that actually list the key. Now with this one, we can see it's in F minor, and it has this particular chord progression: F minor, D sharp major, C sharp major, A sharp minor, D sharp major, and then an F minor again. So that's 6 chords. Now when we listen to it, that's my version, so that's completely different, right? Well, first of all, the tempo I've used this at is 174 beats per minute. So that's nice. What I decided to do is high pass this, because initially I actually had this as part of the track that I was writing, but I actually ended up replacing this entire loop with all kinds of other instruments, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So the first thing I did is I pitched this down 2 semitones, so that turns this from an F minor into a E flat minor, or D sharp minor, however you want to call it. And gives it a deeper sound, and I actually like that sound a lot. So the first thing I decided to do is try to copy those chords on the piano. Now we have these you know, we have this chord progression, so it's really easy. What you just do is in here, let me bring that up for a little moment. This is actually the chord. Now what you can do is just write out this chord progression in F minor, and then just, you know, just pitch it down 2 semitones. That will really make it easy. The other way you can do it is just, you know, try to find out the chords first and then just write the chord progression. But now we just turn this chord progression into a D sharp minor, C sharp major, E major, then we're going to a G sharp minor, then we're going back to a C sharp major, and then we're going to a D sharp minor again. So we just changed the chord progression, dropped it down 2 semitones, and it already creates this completely different sound. So we had this loop now. And the first thing I tried is to get the piano to sound at least like it has the same chords. So I came up with this. So a great way to see if that actually sounds in tune with the rest of the loop is to actually just play them back at the same time. You can already hear that that sounds perfectly fine. So the next thing I did is let me turn everything off. I took this little Rhodes patch. And it's just playing the same chords, I think. Yeah, it's just the same chords. And that sounds like this. So you can see it's high passed. I freeze this all because it's taken up a lot of CPU. So that together with this just gives those chords a little bit more of an interesting feeling. Just sits there in the background. You don't really hear it too much, but that's all that there's to it. It's just about filling up the background a little bit, and you can hear that this Rhodes patch is really stereo. It's really wide, you know. It has this panning thing going on. So when you layer that in the piano chords, it's gonna give it some nice stereo width, and that's definitely cool to have. Then I decided to put those same chords again in a pad patch from Omnisphere, and that sounds a little bit like this. To layer that with the rest that I took, already making it a lot more interesting. Then I decided to do another pad, because, you know, while we're at it, let's fill that up a bit more. So I took this pad. Much more cinematic sounding pad, and so that already should make it sound a lot more interesting. So we went from this to this now. Just drop the pads a little bit in volume so that they don't overpower the piano. Now next, let's see, I had this arpeggiator kind of thing that I got, pretty much got the idea from the original loop. There's some kind of an arpeggiator going in there, right? So I made this. Nothing too crazy, I can unfreeze that. It's just the arpeggiator set to the up mode, and I'm using the same chords, except I took the bottom notes of the chord, which normally would be here. I just pitched them up an octave so that they're closer towards the other notes. And then I took a serum and I made a really simple patch. It's just one saw wave with 2 voices, and it has this envelope set to the low pass, a couple of effects, nothing too crazy. So that is pretty much the same thing as what you hear in the loop, in the original loop. It's just with a different sound. So that turned my loop into this. So I decided to put some more into that, so I took a couple of different arpeggiator patches that I made. These are from Omnisphere, but they're using the same arpeggiator in front of it, so they pretty much get the same sound. So I took this one. More like a guitar patch, it's just there to fill it up a little bit. And I also took this one. So those 3 together and I mean, there's not really any EQing going on these tracks, so if you know, put in some more time and EQ these things, it's definitely gonna sound even better. Then I added a sub underneath it because I felt it needed some sub. So I just took the bottom notes of the chords, really simple, and that's just doing so it's actually a patch in Operator, and you can see I'm using the LFO on the volume of this one, which is pretty cool. Yeah, sounds nice. But that just adds a little bit more weight to this. Fills it up a little bit more. And then I made this lead, because you can hear in the original loop there's like a lead on top of it, right? Something like that. So I made this lead. And when I layer that on top of the additional part, it creates this really beautiful sound. Then in this part right here, I decided to add some kind of a, well, stabby synth. It sounds like this. It's just a super saw with the LFO and the volume, by the way. That's everything there's to it. Maybe a little bit on the filter cutoff as well. But that's all there is to it. Not really that much to show you there. But that turned this loop into something really interesting. And I mean, it's a little bit much right here, right now, but you know, when you take out that, let's see, stab synth, sounds a little bit less full. But the thing is, if you listen to the original loop, it's the same kind of thing, but it sounds completely different, and you can easily turn this into a track and nobody is ever gonna know. And this is just one of these loops. I mean, come on, look at this, guys. There's so many of these loops in here. You can literally make a new track out of any of these by just copying the chord progression and kind of like looking at what are they doing, and then just remaking that, but with your own sounds, with your own techniques, and with the things that you like to do. And that will make you end up with something completely different, and that's so goddamn powerful. So what I did more is I added a couple of effect sounds, nothing too crazy, just, you know, a crash, some upsweep, and a downsweep, like that, and that really brings this thing to life. And the greatest thing now is that when you have vocal sample packs that also list the key, so this, for instance, this one is in C minor. If I pitch that up 3 semitones, it's also going to be D sharp or D sharp minor. Sorry, almost gone wrong there. Now, then it's also going to be D sharp minor, and you can try fitting that on top of things that you're making to see if they work. Now, let's listen to this and see if it works.
There's a spark inside, the light box that won't go away. There's a spark inside, the light box that won't ever fade. I think you know what I'm about. There's a spark inside. Spend your money on her, we're as we were. I'm still a blur, yeah, but I get it, I'm fine. You miss the signs, 'cause you're still blind, yeah. The line, yeah, you're still blind, yeah. You're still the line, yeah, you're still blind, yeah. Nighttime, I feel you, don't feel you no more. Hideouts, the shadows, reveal you, I'm torn. 'Cause I can still see you stood next to me, not watching me, but somebody else. Oh, and I can still feel you caressing me, undressing me, wanting somebody else. Oh, emotions going around, sweet release. I'm high, my soul is bound, sweet release. My love is this very sound, and I'm like I should be. Sweet release, my vision's all in a cloud, sweet release. I'm never coming down, sweet release. And I am taking a vow to be like I should be, yeah.
So you can hear that that sounds great, and this is actually still with the original loop in there. I can take it out if I want, and it's still gonna sound good.
Emotions going around, sweet release. I'm high, my soul is bound, sweet release. My love is this very sound, and I'm like I should be. Sweet release, my vision's all in a cloud, sweet release. I'm never coming down, sweet release. And I am taking a vow to be like I should be, yeah. There's a spark inside, the light box that won't go away. There's a spark.
So there you have it, guys. If you like this, please comment, like, and subscribe down below, and let me know what you want me to do a tutorial about. I am always interested in seeing if I can do something to help you guys make better music. If you want to have some samples or preset packs like the ones you hear in my videos, check out my website. It's www.artfx-studios.com. On there you can find sample packs and preset packs for all kinds of genres basically. And if you like them, let me know what you've made with them, and I hope to see you back soon. Peace!